Welcome to a world where shadows stretch long into the night, where whispers of dark deeds and forbidden rituals echo through the corridors of time. We often speak of light overcoming darkness, of good triumphing over evil. But tonight, we will tiptoe along the edge of that darkness, a place where even the bravest fear to tread. Imagine a time when the glittering courts of France hid a sinister secret, where the powerful and the desperate alike sought forbidden knowledge to change their fates. Imagine a woman whose name still sends shivers down the spine of history. Her name, Voisin. What you are about to hear is not a mere tale of superstition. It is a chilling descent into one of the most terrifying examples of black magic ever recorded. But remember, as we journey into this tale of shadows, the choices we make, even in the darkest moments, define who we are. Now take a deep breath and prepare yourself for a story that begins with ambition but ends in horror. Paris, 17th century. The heart of the world's most powerful kingdom, where the sun never set on King Louis XIV's empire, but beneath the gilded surface of Versailles, where nobles danced and laughed, a darker world thrived, a world known only to those who dared to seek it out. And at the center of this shadowy world was a woman named Catherine Monvoisin. She was known to the public as Voisin, a fortune teller, an alchemist, and a purveyor of potions. But those who truly knew her whispered of far more sinister talents. Whispers that grew louder as the bodies piled up and the air in Paris thickened with the scent of fear. Voisin was no ordinary woman. By day, she mingled with the elite, offering them glimpses of the future, charms for love, and potions for power. But by night, she delved into the forbidden arts, rituals steeped in blood and darkness. And those who sought her services after dusk were not looking for love or wealth. They were looking for something much darker and much deadlier. One fateful night, a desperate noblewoman approached Voisin. She was beautiful, wealthy, and powerful, everything a person could desire. But what she sought was beyond the reach of mere mortals. She wanted someone removed from her life, someone whose very existence threatened her standing at court. And for that, she needed Voisin's darkest magic. Voisin listened, her eyes narrowing as she considered the request. In exchange for a small fortune, she agreed. But the noblewoman, ignorant of the forces she was about to unleash, had no idea that this single act would set in motion a chain of events that would shake the foundations of the French court. The ritual was unlike anything the noblewoman had ever seen. Voisin led her deep into the bowels of Paris, to a hidden chamber filled with strange symbols and the scent of burning herbs. There, in the flickering candlelight, Voisin performed a ceremony so dark, so blasphemous, that the noblewoman's blood ran cold. And then, as the final incantation left Voisin's lips, a strange silence fell over the room. The air grew heavy, thick with an unnatural presence. The noblewoman, trembling, realized that there was no turning back. The darkness had been unleashed, and it hungered for more. Within days, the noblewoman's enemy fell ill. The doctors were baffled, unable to diagnose the strange affliction that ravaged his body. He screamed of visions, of shadows that clawed at him in the night, of a figure, a woman, who visited him in his dreams. He spoke of fire, of burning, of a darkness that consumed him from within. And then, as suddenly as it began, it ended. His body was found, twisted and contorted in a manner that defied explanation. The noblewoman, now terrified of what she had done, returned to Voisin, demanding an end to the madness. But Voisin only laughed, a chilling sound that echoed through the darkened chamber. "The spirits have been fed," she whispered, "but they will never be satisfied." The noblewoman fled, but there was no escape. Those who had crossed paths with Voisin soon found themselves ensnared in her web of darkness. Mysterious deaths, unexplained disappearances, and rumors of black masses and infant sacrifices spread through Paris like wildfire. The elite, once eager to seek her services, now lived in fear of her powers. But it was too late. Voisin's name had become synonymous with death, and the darkness she had unleashed could no longer be contained. When the authorities finally caught up with Voisin, they found evidence of horrors that defied belief. Hundreds of bodies, unholy altars, and the cursed remnants of her dark rituals. But what terrified them most was the book, the ancient grimoire filled with spells and incantations that had fueled her rise to infamy. The book was burned, along with Voisin herself, but the legacy of her dark deeds could never be erased. For years, the noblewoman who had first sought Voisin's help lived in fear, haunted by the knowledge that she had unleashed something beyond her control. Even as she aged, she would wake in the dead of night, cold sweat dripping down her face, certain that the shadows in her room were moving, whispering her name. And so, the tale of Voisin ends. But the darkness she conjured lingers, a warning to those who dare to seek power in the shadows. And so, dear viewers, as we close the chapter on this terrifying tale, let it serve as a reminder. In life, we are often faced with choices. Some are light, others dark. It is easy to be tempted by the unknown, to seek power or knowledge that lies beyond the veil. But remember, with every choice comes a consequence. The darkness may seem alluring, but it is a path that leads only to despair. Instead, choose the light. Choose kindness, love, and wisdom. For these are the true powers that protect us from the evils of the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the shadows. If you found this story compelling, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, stay safe and always choose the light.